All right, so here we are at Tabard Place. Looks cute. This is a pretty part of the neighborhood. Sean said Canterbury Woods. This feels more like Long Branch to me, but they're kind of all connected. So, and I didn't look it up, but he's probably right. You do, right next to the home here is this pathway that would open up to the trail. So, the house on Briar Creek is near a trail entrance as well. This one will be a little more challenging on a bike because it's stepped, but for hikes and stuff, that would be lovely. So here's the home here. We'll walk around the back for a second, see what kind of lot it's on. It probably backs up to woods. So cute house. All right, so let's head down this way. So, some signs of we haven't really done much with the yard. Not a deal breaker, but just things, So there's a bit of a patio back here. Deck has 6x6 posts, so that's a good sign. So you get a little bit of it probably drops off and kind of goes back there near where that neighbor's fence is. So, there are some signs of poor maintenance in the yard. So I would keep that in mind. And it doesn't mean anything bad necessarily, but just something to keep in mind. So, this, yeah, all right. This looks a little bit older. So, there's that's gonna come up in the inspection. There's some exposed wood there. This siding is pretty beat up. So, okay, I'm seeing the price a little bit more. I'm seeing the pricing strategy a little bit more here. 75 below tax assessed is a little aggressive, but the house is a bit beat. Let's go inside. So here, on the front porch, we've tried to cover it with mulch, but you can tell that's kind of been repaired in the past. I don't know if you can see that. So this one we definitely would want to look out for condition wise. I would not recommend full send without some sort of inspection. It does have a garage, so there is that. Let's just, let's see. So, I don't see like any holes or anything in the house. So that's good. Those look like original windows on the garage for sure. I'll take a look at the rest. Just some things. So, all right. So when you come in the door, this is going to be a busy open house. There's a lot of people here because of the price. And this is a cheap price for this neighborhood. I think we will see that the condition will reflect that. In here we have living room. Floor is in pretty good shape. Don't see anything sketchy underneath the rug there. So for a transition in here, but it looks nice. It's a nice medium color brown. Hi. So nice, like kind of family room here off the kitchen. Kind of feels like a colonial. Let's see, wood burning stove. There's an outlet in there. That's kind of convenient. Screen porch is really pretty. Now this is a stunning view, I will say. Very pretty view. Skylights. Let's see. So we can kind of get a feel for, some of maintenance like that hasn't been done that you would normally want to do. Basic things like dusting before listing and, things like that. So you can dust like that, not a big deal. This door looks a little bit newer than the door downstairs. So that's a good sign here. I'm just going to try and stay out of people's way here. Let's go to the basement. Okay. We've got some painted paneling. It's painted a nice off-white color. This is not a bedroom. It could become a bedroom if you were to replace that window with a proper egress. You could use it as a guest room potentially, but it is not currently a legal bedroom. I would not have your children sleeping down here unless, you don't like them that much, then maybe it'd be fine. But Closets. So we got original bifold doors and things like that. There's just a lot of, so, um, sorry. Yeah, it really depends on what you're looking to buy. So we bought a super beat up house. Like, we bought a super beat up house because we wanted to fix it up and we wanted to put in sweat equity and we didn't want to spend $1 million and we wanted to be in Wakefield that we couldn't maybe otherwise afford. So I am team fixer upper as long as that's what you want. So this is a fixer upper, 100%. This is not, this is a fixer upper. It is. And there's nothing wrong with it. I am team fixer upper. This is a nice space down here. It's cold right now because the door is open and I almost don't want to open this, but I'm a glutton for punishment, so I'm going to. Okay, so random insulation, like that actually was way better than I thought it was going to be. So every inch would have to be repainted. Like, what do we think this is? Oh, hey, it's an outlet. Super cool. Okay, so nice space down here. This drywall. Sorry, I'm like dying inside right now, guys. Like, you have no idea. Hang on, I gotta take a picture of that one. That is like amazing. So let's see. This one doesn't need as much commentary as the other ones because you will be able to see for yourself what the situation is. Now, wrapped water heater, not a big deal. This is unusual. I look at a lot of houses. I don't usually see that. So, I don't see like a lot of like steel, like cast iron pipes, like there are some good signs. Repiping is very expensive and they have great taste in duct tape. So I dig that. Every old house here comes with a bird's nest of coax cable. I think we've covered that is like a standard. That is like every house includes that in the 60s. So, okay. So you do have 2 rooms and a recreation area and a bathroom down here. So that's pretty cool. That's a lot of space that you could fix up. You'd have to add an egress if you wanted to use that basement window or that basement bedroom. So the agent's kind of talking in the kitchen. So I'm going to head upstairs. Well, let's see. Let's go over here. I know we're all over the place. Sorry. It's harder during an open house. Beautiful dining space. And the floor actually is in pretty good condition. I would say the floor was in better condition than other things. So I'm looking for signs of deferred maintenance. And we've seen plenty. This looks fine. So laundry room off the kitchen. That's probably a laundry chute. So kitchen here, and I'm going to pause for a second. Well, here, let's check out the garage. So do not walk here. All right. We will not. Yeah, 2-car garage. Obviously they're getting ready to move. So, no big deal. And okay, so I'm gonna check out the kitchen and then I'll video it in a minute. Oh no, you're fine. All right, so in here, the kitchen is nice. It does open nicely into like, it has a nice kind of eat-in kitchen here. And like the fact that this isn't a door is nice because you can block the window. And there is plenty of space here. And because this one has a dining room, this small table here is great. And like all your boys could sit there. And I think that is nice. The backsplash, this is a dated style, but it looks like it's fine. It needs some silicone here for sure. And I'm always surprised when sellers don't do this before they sell the house. Like it literally would take 10 minutes to like rip that disgusting silicone out and replace it. But, one thing. So the cabinets are fine. They're not painted. They're the like factory wrapped, like they're like shrink wrapped with white plastic basically, but the cabinets look fine. There's light in the kitchen, which is nice. And you could replace these with a more contemporary, like flush mount light pretty easily. It's the wiring, but the wiring's already done. You know, the sink. So challenge here is that this is a solid surface poured one-piece sink. So the pink scrub thing, it's like this pink scrubby thing, would clean up this a little bit, but you know, you can't fix the sink without ripping out the whole counter. So there's a challenge there. There is this adorable little pantry right here. But yeah, so that's the main level. We will head upstairs. Oh, here's a powder room. Oh, okay. This is surprising. This actually, I mean, aside from like this, not like there being a, that's like definitely not straight. That's, you know, that could be fine. Like this is definitely not a straight wall, but this is an old house and like walls are not straight. It doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. That one just happens to be really bad. This is actually a very nice and normal looking bathroom in what is otherwise, you know, not a super nice house. But remember, team fixer. I'm for it. I am for it. So we'll go up the stairs here. These are carpeted. This is likely the original handrail. It could tighten it. You can tighten it from bolts down there. Those are not to current code, of course, because this is an old house. So there is a bit of an odor up here. I'm not sure what it is. It's a mix of carpet shampoo and something else. So this is a big sized bedroom. This is a lovely sized bedroom here. The carpet in here has been replaced. You can tell because it is not the same carpet. Cute closet, some organizer in there. Great spot for a desk. So this, 2 kids could share this room if you wanted them to. It is large enough. And then this room over here is also a nicely sized room with a closet. This carpet is nice. This is the original carpet. I don't see, or not original necessarily, but it was not replaced at the same time that one was. And I don't see any big stains. I think it's smoke. I think that's the smell. So, you know, yeah, it's carpet shampoo and cigarettes is what it smells like up here. So there and there. So we'll come in here. So this is another, so this one does not have an overhead light. Let me see. That one does. And this one does. All right. So maybe there's easier attic access on that side of the house. This one does not have the overhead light. This one's a little bit smaller, but it's not tiny. Like this is a normal sized bedroom. This is a perfect sized bedroom. So it is smaller than the other two, but it's not like obnoxiously small. It would not be, you know, child abuse to put a child in here. This would be a great nursery, especially right off the primary here. So here's the hallway bathroom. Looks fine. Okay, so we have some original tile that could use some caulk and, you know, some TLC because bathrooms need TLC. You'd probably want to repaint probably every inch of the house, I would say. Maybe not that downstairs powder room. That was fine. This one looks mostly fine too. But there's some like, you know, I don't know what that is. So just, yeah, things like that. So you'd probably want a new door. All right, so here's the primary. These might be the original like wood doors though, which is nice. I don't know. So here's the primary. Beautiful primary. It's very nice in here. This one looks like it was also, the carpet was replaced in that one and then in this one. So up here we have a ton of space. Like this is huge. This is nicer than a lot of the houses we've looked at as far as primary goes. All right. So you have this space over here. You could set up like a vanity or a work desk or a crib. Like this would be a great place for a baby crib. So closet here, it's above the stairs, so you lose a little bit down there, but great closet, nothing wrong with it. Beautiful windows. It does have not a light, but a ceiling fan, easily replaced, $150 at Home Depot, in like an hour, you know. So closet here, all the way to the ceiling. Here we have more closet. Oh, I'm seeing a thing here. Okay, so these are all, so you have like a hallway of closets, which is kind of cool. And then, yeah, so 2 kind of smaller coat closet looking closets, and then this kind of large one closet. And then the primary bathroom. Okay, this one's fine. I don't see anything offensive in here. There's no light over the shower, so that would be something you might want to add. It would be dark over there by the shower. The toilet has a little bit of like staining in it probably. So it does smell like smoke in here. Probably more so in here because it didn't have any carpets that were recently shampooed, and it sticks in the walls. So that would be kind of one thing I would keep in mind, is that you would probably want to pay to have this one like ozoned before you moved in. I mean, unless you guys smoke, in which case then it would be fine. But I mean, it's old tile, right? I don't see anything wrong with it. It's old and ugly, but like I'm sure it's fine. So this is not the original window. This is a vinyl window. It's not that new. This is probably a fairly old vinyl window. So yeah, I mean, I don't see anything like it's dirty, but like I don't see anything, suggesting that it would be like it would have failed or anything like that. So yeah, it's a beautiful primary, and it's a nice bedroom layout with the big primary, the bedroom here, and then your older boys could go here, and each have these really big rooms. So it is a very nice bedroom layout. There's the attic access, so you could add some lights. These are old, they might be separately controlled, so that's kind of cool. We'd have to ask about that. There's an air return. So yeah, pros and cons like they all have.